The reason I'm showing this, a reasonable argument that the global crisis, instability such as recession, and I'll tell you why she's wrong. Well, potentially wrong. I'm not going to dismiss that for any reason, but due to the global crisis, instability such as a recession or geopolitical complex, I believe this will cause the fall of Bitcoin. Worth reading further. However, during extreme market stress, investors also look to liquidate risky assets, such as Bitcoin, to raise cash, leading to a sharp drop in price. Also, there are market cycles in Bitcoin, one of which is with a good friend of Michael Saylor's and asking for my advice. Market cycles in Bitcoin, negative sentiment prevails for a while. Bitcoin could drop below 20K. Don't think so, especially due to broader economic conditions, but Bitcoin's never been through a recession before. These things can snowball. There's fair arguments on both sides. And then she goes back and forth on why she was right, confirmation bias. But I won't go through that. I always right a lot, but it doesn't mean I'm right 100% of the time. She's saying because Bitcoin has fallen below 20K now several times during periods of market correction and bearish trends. Yes, but there's a big but in there. It's priceless, highly susceptible. And this is where someone who's going on feelings is ignoring the broader things like what markets also do. So I wanted to use that as a preemptive measure in case you're hearing certain things, and then going and taking a look at Bitcoin on a longer time frame, because none of our bullish or bull top market signals have flashed. We haven't seen the high cycle top. We haven't seen any of those other signals, and we also on a, I guess I'll go to a weekly time frame. We don't need our EMAs. Bitcoin's never gone below the price it was at an election. It's also never gone through a recession. So how do we weigh all these things? It's tricky, right? So if we go in, and hopefully I'm going to be able to draw this correctly, but 2016 sort of November-ish, and when is the elections are, I guess, right? So I'm just winging. This would be November, December 20. Okay, we never went below that. 2012, we're not going to go that far back. If we use this as a floor price, maybe turn that to black. Somebody pointed this out, and that's worth noting. November 2020, not 2021, was here. This one was more telling. So November 2020, I'm just looking at the dates. Puts us right about there. I'm going to have to eyeball it. It was here. Trading view is great, but not all the time. Okay, what am I doing here? I think I've gotten something wrong here. 2021, we did go below that. I'll have to look up that study. The price had never gone below the price of the incoming administration, and that comes in November of 2020. Okay, yeah, so I was doing it wrong. In here, around, right. So this is fairly telling. We had the price in the bear market came right back down to that price where it started. Correct me if I'm wrong, but October, November of 2020 is when the elections were. So that's where this sort of thing started. And then we've had this long standing trend line to the upside also that hasn't been broken yet. So I think the worst case scenario is 53K. There's a lot of buyers down in this range. But also, if we go back to the old market cycle high, we have that as a support level. A lot of support in this region. We've just invalidated the study I was trying to prove. The price of the election has gone down below. So that's not a valid argument anymore.